What's up guys, Los here. So today we're talking about part 4 of our series here that we've been talking about revenue generating activities for your business. So far, we've actually had a conversation about traffic, we've talked about conversions, we've talked about your offer, and here's one that most people really don't talk or kind of like dismiss, okay? And that's gonna be non-converting leads. So the average conversion rate when you're talking about an e-com brand is gonna be about 5%. It's not massive, but you know, you can have bigger ones, you can have smaller ones. The reality is if you're doing this, you're doing pretty well. So that means 95% of the people that you're trying to reach are not buying, they're not converting. They're maybe giving you the email address and they're going away. You know, there's a lot of slippage there. So what do you do to take these non-converting leads and turn them into people that know, like, trust you, and then buy from you and become part of your brand, part of your community, okay? So here's a few things that I want you guys to focus on when you are trying to convert these non-converting leads. So number one thing, right? How are you retargeting? So a lot of people, when they're doing retargeting, the very simple thing that people try to do is just try to say, hey, come back. Hey, buy this again. Hey, here's a quick discount, but that's really it, right? The big thing that we try to do on retargeting is something that we call message mapping, okay? So when we're running ads to something specific. If they don't buy from there, it might mean a few different things. So number one, it might mean they're not ready, they need more education. So are you doing education on retargeting? Are you educating? Number two, are you giving a discount? Number three, are you talking to a specific avatar? Number four, are you using scarcity? These are the things that you need to think about when you're mapping out a message for retargeting. It's not just send them to the same exact page either. Are you building out different pages to communicate something better or to express what you're trying to sell differently? If you're selling, we used an example last time of protein powders, right? So if you're not wanting to buy the protein powder, maybe you retarget to that bundle and it's a different page. So number two is, are you building out different pages for retargeting? Okay, are you adding bundles? What are you doing to separate yourself? Are you just doing the same thing? That's the definition of insanity. If you're doing the same thing over and over and over again and you're saying, oh man, this just doesn't convert, you're giving up on the offer, you're giving up on the brand. And if you're using a company or if you're using someone internally and they're giving you that as an excuse, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is a poor excuse, okay? So think about these things. Again, how are you retargeting? What is your map on that message? Are you educating people? Are you using discounts? Are you talking to a specific avatar? You might have more than one particular kind of person you're having that conversation with. Are you using different types of pages to retarget? Are you adding in bundles or something that makes sense inside of that to help people make a decision, okay? So number two is, where are you retargeting? A lot of people go on Facebook and they stay on Facebook. A big thing for us is everyone on Facebook just retargets back to Facebook. They keep it very simple. One thing that we like to do is we like to use display. So are you using display, okay? That's something that you go on Google and basically if you see people on MSNBC, CNN, all these other websites, right? They have remnant inventory. And so using display lets you use that remnant inventory to remind people and show up, have that omnipresence feel. Most of the time people just don't buy because they don't know you, okay? So if you're already creating good messaging inside of your retargeting and then they're seeing you everywhere, you have that omnipresent effect and that's going to increase your success with those non-converting buyers to become buyers. Now, the other one is, are you doing cart abandons? Okay, so there's two ways that you can do this. You can use SMS and email. Most people have a very basic cart abandon flow and it just says, hey, you forgot this, and that's it. What I would say is you need to build out a flow that has something segmented out. Maybe the first hour, hey, did you forget this? Maybe a day later, and maybe 3 days later. Keep reminding people they left something in their cart, they forgot it. If it doesn't work and you've known your numbers, maybe offer a discount, maybe offer something else, some sort of incentive to make people close out. Going back to the other example, use some scarcity. But don't just do one thing. Build out a full flow for your cart abandoned people. And the other one is using SMS. We use a tool specifically called Postscript, and that is gonna be a tool that we use specifically on Shopify. It connects really, really well with Klaviyo, and every time what we do is we have a mobile pop-up when people leave, we have that SMS tagged in, and so we get people to come back. It has gotten us all the way up to 25, 27 or more % increase in people coming in, leaving, and you're now getting the phone number, right? So what does that mean? You can message them again, you can keep having that conversation. When you have offers and sales, you can continue that relationship with a person that wants to be communicated in that particular fashion. Some people don't want emails. Some people do like text messaging. So don't think because you don't like emails or you don't like text, you shouldn't be doing this for people, because we all have different modalities on how we like to learn and how we like to buy. And so the last two that I want to say is, are you actually calling your non-converting leads? So if you're getting SMS, that means that you're getting people's phone numbers. Have you tried calling? Is your customer team or success team or sales team ready to support that conversation? If you try, like I was saying in one of the earlier examples, having a phone number really connects to people. So having someone to actually call, try to educate the person on why they didn't buy or what questions they have is really going to boost your conversion rate. And like I said, a lot of times you'll find that when you do have conversations with people on the phone, your average order value is going out the window, because they can upsell so much more because there's that relatability. There's that there's that trust, there's that connection of person to person, kind of going through the scenarios, laughing and being like, oh man, that happens to me, and that's why I use this product. This is one of our best things in line. You know, when you go into a shopping mall, you go and get sold by someone who's talking to you, selling you, connecting with you, you know, using all those points to have a relationship with you so you can actually feel comfortable and safe and then buy that. A lot of this, guys, is about relationship building. People want to connect with us. People want to know us. That's why brand is important, because the more we have, the more people feel they have a connection with us, and the more success, more sales, more repeat customers that we're going to be able to get. And then the last one is obviously going to be discounts, right? Now, I don't love using discounts all the time because I don't want to create discount brands. But if it makes sense, you know your numbers, you know your traffic numbers, your conversion numbers, you know what your product offers are specifically and how you can get away with certain things on a financial level, you know, to see when you can break even or how you could create more of an average order value, discounts could be important. If I know that someone sticks with me 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road and they keep buying and I have a 50% repeat customer rate, I'd be more willing to give someone a discount. Now, don't use this as a crutch and only do this out of everything that I said, okay? Make sure, as I said, the key takeaways is really doing everything. Strategic retargeting with message mapping, using display, connecting SMS, building cart abandon sequences in SMS and on email, using discounts when appropriate, and then calling your leads. Okay, so that is it, guys, on how to really create a framework of using just this system to turn non-converting leads into buyers, into happy customers and repeat purchases. Okay, so that is it for me on this video, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. I will see you there.